Radhe Krishna, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha. Welcome to our 52nd episode of Thirukkolur Penpillai Rahasyam. Now, in our last episode, we saw the greatness of the devotee called Prahalada, who realized at a very tender age that Lord Hari was the supreme, he was everywhere, and in fact that very statement that he is in this pillar, that statement led to Narsimha Avatara. Now, just like Prahalada pointing out to the existence of Lord Vishnu in a pillar, saying that he is here, in our today's episode we will see a devotee who attained liberation by saying that he is not here. So that is the greatness of Thirukkolur Penpillai. She mixes the statements and she has the wisdom which she possesses, that she has all these stories in her mind. She knows the conflicting stories and has placed those lines so beautifully one after another. So today's Bhakti Rahasyam is, did I say he is not here like Dhadhipanda? Now let's get into the story. This is a story from the Krishna Leela, and a very cute story about our little cute mischievous Krishna. We know that Krishna as a kid was very mischievous. He used to steal butter, he used to steal curd, he used to break pots, and he just was running here and there, playing along with his friends. And it was this activity of the Lord that really gave solace to the people living in those times. But those activities are so powerful because those are the activities of the Supreme Lord, that just by hearing those divine pastimes, it has the capability to fill our minds, our hearts with love, peace and content, even in our today's world. Now, as our little Krishna was running here and there with his activities, it so happens at one time where Ma Yashoda and the gopis are chasing Krishna because he would have done one of his favorite activities, and the scene is this little plumpy guy running with fear in his face that there are ladies who are chasing him. Now, there is no reason for the Lord to fear, yet for filling his devotee's heart with peace, with love, he does all these activities at times. Now, he came rushing, he wanted a place to hide. So where to hide? So he enters a particular lane where there was a person by the name Dhadhipanda. Now Dhadhipanda was a one who used to make his living by selling milk products. He had various pots of filled with curd, filled with butter, filled with clarified butter, that's ghee. So he used to make his living by selling these pots filled with these dairy products. So now this little guy rushes to Dhadhipanda and says, "Look, Dhadhipanda, there are a group of ladies chasing me for no reason." That's another cute lie he says, that they are chasing him for no reason. He would have definitely done something, but he hides that fact and he says, "I want a place to hide." I want to ensure that you don't let those ladies know that I am here. So what is the best place to hide? Now Dhadhipanda is suddenly struck with panic, because here is this guy who has come at that particular moment. He wants a place to hide. So he looks around, all his pots are filled with milk products. There is one particular pot which is empty. So he says, Krishna, if you can, just get into this pot and hide for yourself. Seeing this, Krishna thinks that's a great idea. In fact, though the pot was empty inside, yet there were some curd or milk products which were sticking in the interiors. So Krishna thought that's a great idea to get some milk stuff also, and it was a good place to hide. So he gets into the pot. Now by this time, Dhadhipandan sees the group of ladies coming towards his place. So to protect the Lord, what he does, he sits on the pot, so that Krishna is fully hidden from the view. Now our little friend inside the pot, he is making merry, licking off all the butter or milk product, whatever is sticking on the interiors of the mud pot. Now Mother Yashoda comes to Dhadhipandan and asks him if he has seen Krishna running around in that place. Now Krishna is terrified inside. What if he feels that he blindly trusted Dhadhipandan? What if Dhadhipandan actually gives out his location details? So from the pot inside, he just punches Dhadhipandan, who is sitting at the opening of the pot, to kind of indicate that he should say that Krishna is not here. So Dhadhipandan, he never has this habit of saying lies, yet just because of his association with Krishna and the touch from under the punch from below, he says, "Oh Mother Yashoda, I have not seen Krishna for the last 2 weeks. In fact, I was just wondering where he is. Is he in the town or has he gone out? If you happen to find him, just tell him his friend Dhadhipandan is waiting to see him for a long time." Now hearing this, even Krishna from inside the pot, he is surprised. Wow, what a reason Dhadhipandan came up with. It was so convincing. I should give him something in return. Now with this thought going in, Mother Yashoda, she tries to confront Dhadhipandan, saying that no, I saw Krishna coming in this lane, coming towards your house. To which Dhadhipandan says, Ma Yashoda, no, it's a crowded place. So you could have seen any kid running and you thought it was Krishna. So maybe he is not here, so you can try looking in some other place and do let him know that his friend is waiting for him. Convinced, Mother Yashoda and the gopis left that place. Now this mischievous guy inside the pot, he is all ears, because he could sense that his mother was leaving away from that place. The anklet which she was wearing, now that sound faded and he could figure out that his mother was going away from that place. Now after a particular time, when the sound of the anklets completely stopped, he got that assurance that his mother and the other ladies were not there. The danger seems to have gone away. He asks Dhadhipandan to get up and release him. He says he is getting suffocated. Now all this while, it was his own idea to hide in the pot. Now he is feeling suffocated. Now Dhadhipandan is also a clever character. So he says Krishna, I will not let you out until you promise me one thing. Krishna is surprised. He says, what is that? Dhadhipanda says, you have to give me moksha or liberation. To which Krishna replies, I'm just a little kid. What are you talking about? Big things like moksha or liberation with a kid like me. I don't have any powers. Can you please let me out? As a kid, I'm feeling suffocated. That's all I know for the moment. Dhadhipanda says, Krishna, you cannot fool me like this. Right from your childhood, right from your infancy, I have seen your various leelas. You killing the demoness Putana and the various other demons like Shakatasura, Trinavarta. I am convinced that you are the supreme God. You have the powers to grant liberation. So I will not get up, I will not release you unless you promise me liberation. Now this was the bhakti, this was the determination which Dhadhipanda had, and he had trapped the Lord. It was the right moment for him to ask whatever he wanted. Now Krishna realized he accepted this devotion of Dhadhipanda, and he says, okay, liberation is granted, moksha is granted. Now Dhadhipanda says, okay, but I have one more condition. To which Krishna says, you had one condition, I fulfilled it, now what? He says, even this pot, this is very dear to me. So please give liberation to this pot also. In fact, it was your main savior, else Mother Yashoda and the other gopis would have just taken you out and they would have just beaten you black and blue. It was this pot which saved you, which supported you. Along with me, I also supported you. You made me say a lie. So, me and along with me, this pot, both should be granted liberation. Now, this was again a test which Krishna had put on his devotee, and seeing that this devotee had a very innocent wish, he says, granted, I grant liberation to both you and your pot, but now liberate me from this pot, that is your duty. So with that, with having got the assurance, Dhadhipanda got up and little Krishna jumped out. So this was the divine incident which captured Thirukkolur Penpillai's attention. She says, did I say he is not in here like Dhadhipanda? And because of saying that, what Dhadhipanda got was moksha in return. So that was the content of our current Bhakti Rahasyam. A lesson for us if we see this, okay, this was definitely a very cute story which can be told to the kids to increase their devotion content. For us, the pot represents our own heart, our own mind. We are the Dhadhipandans. But till now, we have not trapped Krishna into that pot and asked for liberation. So, remembering this cute story again and again and thinking about the philosophical impact, philosophical message of this story is to trap the Lord into our pot, that is the heart, and ensuring that he is not released out from the heart till we get into that state, till we reach that level where we think about getting liberated from the cycle of birth and death, from the cycle of this material world, from this samsara sagara. So that was the main message and the content of our Bhakti Rahasyam number 52. Stay blessed, stay devoted, and stay tuned for our next Bhakti Rahasyam. Radhe Krishna, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha.